What's going on, guys? T-Mart here, and welcome back to another episode of Advanced Warfare Gun Guide. This is the series where I go through all the weapons in the game, breaking them down in 3 minutes less, giving you guys only the most important stats, info, and recommended setups to help you do better in multiplayer. Now, today, we are going to be taking a look at the AE4 and AE4 Widowmaker variant. These are two brand new weapons in the game. They just came out as weapon DLC, and they're both direct energy assault rifles, which is pretty unique. Now, you can see here that the variant is supposed to have +1 accuracy in exchange for -1 fire rate, but you'll see from my testing in this video, they're pretty much the exact same gun. So let's get into this. Now, starting off with the iron sights, they're bad. I do not like them at all. So it's not that they take up a lot of screen space and block your view of enemies, but they aren't accurate with telling you where your bullets are going to go. You see these 3 bars here? Your bullet fires right in the middle of those 3. So you kind of have to draw like an imaginary crosshair to find out where your bullet's going to be, and I do not like that at all. So I always run a red dot sight in this thing, and I highly recommend it to you guys. Now, as for the damage, I'm unsure of the exact numbers for the damage, but the important thing is that it's a 3-shot kill up close and a 4-shot kill at a distance, which makes it the most powerful assault rifle in the game apart from the MK14. All the other ARs drop down to 5-shot kills at long range. This one stays at 4, which is pretty good. Now, as for the rate of fire, this is where this thing really struggles. The base version of the weapon shoots at 475 RPM. The Widowmaker, which is supposed to have less fire rate, shoots at 475 RPM. So there's no difference there, at least from my testing. So that's kind of interesting. Now, as for the recoil, I'm going to call it fair. So there's not much of a difference in the recoil between the two, as you guys can see here. And there's not a ton of recoil, but it's very unpredictable. It bounces around, mainly side to side, rather than predictably moving in one direction like any of the other guns in the game. So it's hard to control, especially at those longer ranges. So it's not awful, but it is very unpredictable and hard to use at long range. So you got to keep that in mind. Now, as for the magazine size, it's unlimited, but it does overheat. So for the AE4 base weapon, it overheats after 1.9 seconds of flat out shooting, or about 15 shots. The Widowmaker overheats in about 1.76 seconds, or after about 14 shots. So that's actually a little bit of a difference there. You know, the AE4 base version has 1 extra shot in it before you're gonna have to overheat, which can get you that kill. So that's kind of a big deal there. Now, in terms of the actual like overheating animation, how long does it take? It's 3.1 seconds if you're forced to overheat, like if you shoot too many shots and the gun has to cool down, or if you initiate the cooldown process by pressing the reload button, it only takes 2.2 seconds. So try to pay attention to what's going on there, because if you initiate it, you save yourself a second on the reload or on the cooldown, whatever you want to call it, which is pretty useful. Now, it looks like we did go over 3 minutes, but keep in mind we are doing 2 guns this time, so you know that's why. The last part here is the recommended setup. So as for my recommended setup for this thing, so far, after using it for a couple of hours, red dot sight and foregrip are 2 of my go-tos for it. You know, obviously with that unpredictable recoil, foregrip helps out a lot with that. And then also, I told you guys I hate the iron sights on this thing, so red dot helps be a little bit more accurate. And then of course, quick draw grip and stock are both great on all assault rifles. You guys can run those if you want to. And then finally, heat sink, which I don't have unlocked yet, but I imagine that'd be pretty useful because, like I mentioned in my earlier video this morning, it does tend to overheat pretty quickly. You know, like I said, it's about, 1.7, 1.9 seconds, something like that. So it's hard to kill more than, 2 people per, magazine, I guess you could call it, or before you have to cool down again, which is pretty short. So heat sink is probably really useful as well. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Let me know what you guys think about the AE4 and AE4 Widowmaker down in the comments. I will catch you guys later. More gun breakdowns coming soon. And check out these 2 videos on the screen if you haven't seen them yet. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace out.